Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master, say the famous Norwegian politician Christian Louis Lang. Technology has been serving us many facilities since the first time it was invented a long time ago. There are a lot of utilities from technology that we can use right now. For instance, there might be internet. This output from technology is one of the most useful things that we can feel its benefits until today. The facilities provided by the internet are very important in this century. However, despite all the goods offered by internet, the internet could also be a hazardous place for our lives as well. Hence, I agree with the statement that internet could bring more damage than good, and I will tell you why. Firstly, in terms of the communication, the internet could bring massive misleading information if we don't use judiciously. The fast and easy access of the internet turned out to be a boomerang for one that used it for spreading news that turned to be hoax or false information. Hoax can be defined as changed letters when someone easily trusts information without aware of the trustworthy reference. We can say that one is spreading lies. Based on their content, hoax as misinformation consists of various elements such as health, law, politics, economics, religion, ethnicity, race, and history. Therefore, when we see any news spread in social media, we have to cross-check it before we share it with others so we can get rid of hoax. Secondly, the internet could lead your privacy in danger. Technology and the internet pose unique privacy issues addressed by Privacy Research Smith in 1996. For instance, when doing the grocery shopping online, users may be concerned about whether a retailer stores information about their food cases and whether this information may be sold to third parties who will then send them unwanted mail. In another case, when you want to access any social media, it requires some of your personal information. However, there are many gaps on the internet that can be an invasion in our privacy. Here is a case that caused by the gaps of the internet. Hacked account. According to a survey from Jack Clement, 22% of online accounts in America have been hacked for at least once. This has to be emphasized since you just don't want your identity to be used inappropriately, especially when you got public's eyes on you. In addition, and the most critical thing we have to emphasize in terms of the psychological aspect, the internet could be hazardous for our mental health, especially teenagers. The internet brings much information about everything happens in the world. Many teenagers right now are competing to be creative and innovative. However, it brings many damage to the development of teenagers in building their self-esteem. Nowadays, most of the teenagers lack of skills in social development and they spend the majority of their free time in interacting via their screens, especially during this quarantine. They are also lost in a world of unrealistic comparison where they need to fit social media standards and cyberbullying, which creates feelings of shame and unworthiness. Teenagers who are addicted to the internet are more likely to develop mental health problems than other teenagers who are classified as normal internet users. Sadness, feeling down, having a loss of interest in daily activities are some of the symptoms. In conclusion, I think the facilities of the internet will be a lot better if we are still aware of the damage of the internet. Thus damage as what has been provided previously, there are three aspects: the miscommunication, invasion of privacy, and also the most important is the mental health aspect. Therefore, in order to avoid those damage, please master your internet. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.